Hello, I am HQ of HQ Reacts. If you have made it this far and you're not subscribed, please hit the like button and subscribe and share. If you find me on other social media platforms, please follow me. And you might find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Hello all. This is HQ. I had decided not to be so dramatic, or I'm not dramatic normally. I'm normally even keeled, but I try to be less dramatic than usual. But I think I've been thinking about this Trump thing. I have been thinking about it, and I have come to the conclusion that California is a test. It's a test, and it's not necessarily Trump's test. It's the people around him that are putting us through the test. You have to understand so many things within 100 days, so many things that the country did not vote for in such a short time span, right? I knew something was going the wrong way. I knew it was going the wrong way when I heard that the administration was trying to take down the Tuskegee Airmen, their paraphernalia, their contribution to America. I knew that it was going in the wrong direction when that occurred. And Tuskegee, why are you touching this kid? See, and then I absolutely knew. Then it just kicked into me. It wasn't about immigration. It was about whitening this America, whitening the America, or taking us back to a time in which white men were in charge of everything, and they were the standard bearers, apparently, according to Trump. Just walk with me for a minute. Elon Musk was a Democrat. And for all intents and purposes, if you're a Democrat, you never find too much common ground with Republicans or any of the Republican fanaticism or any of the Republican thoughts or talking points. Anything. You never find any common ground. But the only common ground that I can assume that Elon Musk and Trump came to was the whitening of their country, or the nationalist type attitude that Trump has always had. And Elon seems to want to procreate the world with his worldview and vision. Get as many women pregnant as I can, so that I can spread my seed, so white seed can continue to flourish across the world. And I think that appealed to Donald Trump. I think that appealed to him, and that's what commonality they put in. That's the commonality that they had, and this is what drew Elon over there to Donald Trump, because the philosophy is nothing. If you were a Democrat all this time, there's no way you turned around to be a Republican. There's no way. You had to have some other commonality, and I think that was it. That being said, he liked the 2025 Project 2025. Can't tell me Elon hasn't looked at it. He liked it. Streamline America, make America white again. get rid of the blacks, get rid of the brown people. So here we are, immigration. How Trump won this election. He stirred up the white pride of, I'm here first. We're America first. We're the people that this country was built on. We're the people that this country was built for. I'm the white male. So he stirred up that white male pride. The black people are trying to take your jobs. The black people, DEI is what's doing it. That's what's giving you the problem. Black people and immigration. All the immigrant people are coming in the country, taking over our jobs. You see how fast those Mexicans and all of them people are breeding? You see how fast? They're not good. The women are feminists. The women are not giving birth to kids. The women are not giving birth to our children, white children. They're starting to mix and match and do. So Trump stirred that up. And then the white women, who I feel like betrayed all that they were as women, voted with Trump because they didn't see the writing on the wall. The writing was them getting rid of Roe versus Wade so that it would be hard for women to have abortions if the time came. It would at least slow the rate down. It would slow the rate of abortions down. Thus, women would be having children, hopefully white women, which is what they thought. And I think that's how and then you got some black people. Oh, yeah, we got to get rid of DEI. Yeah. Oh, the nanny state. Although I kind of didn't believe the person I had on my panel talking about the nanny state. Really what they mean is they stopped giving. Trump was saying, oh, the poor people get everything. We be giving away. Them Democrats give stuff away. Democrats give you a house, a car, Section 8 and all that. That's exactly what you mean by the nanny state. I know what you meant. You just didn't say that out loud because that's what most people mean when they say nanny state. They mean the poor people are getting money. The poor people are living off me. The poor people, the old people, all of these people are living off me, and I don't want them living off me because they take handouts. Yeah, they're poor, but they take handouts, and then they misuse the money. Whoa. We got to take that money back from them poor people. We can't have them poor people doing it. That's what most people mean by the nanny state. So when you say something else, I don't believe you. So we got people stirred and whipped up about that and DEI. Oh, yeah. And the trans people, the 10 damn trans people that ever competed in any kind of sport. Some of y'all ain't never seen a trans person. Somehow they got y'all whipped up about trans people, whipped up about gay people. Oh, gay people taking over. Oh, the feminists are taking over. Oh. And then you got women thinking that same way. Women who see, and this is the thing, just because a Mexican and a Venezuelan and Cuban people voted for Trump, just because they voted for Trump don't mean they were the only ones who didn't vote their interest, didn't vote what was good for them. Black women as a whole, 92%, but then there were some who didn't vote for their best interest, even the black men. Oh, the Democrats are always giving away money. The Democrats in that nanny state. And this is how we got here. Now, you voted for him to do exactly what he said he was going to do. He's doing what he said he would do. He said he was going to do the immigration. Y'all thought he meant he was just going to do 1%. Instead, he's doing 80%. Y'all don't like that. How does someone vote for self-deportation? Make it make sense to me. Cubans, Haitians, Venezuelans, Mexican people. How do y'all, African people? How did y'all vote for self-deportation? Because that's basically what you did. You deported yourself. You got yourself kicked out. TPS. Soon as he got in the office, it started ramping up. Everything started ramping up. The 2025 playbook, Project 2025, which is what I told you all. They were following that playbook. Not necessarily Trump, because Trump is senile, Trump is old, Trump is too old to even follow this playbook and then do it consistently. So he has people around him, people like Stephen Miller. Please look the name up. A rampant degenerate who is running the White House and running all of these plays for tribal war and nationalism and racism and all of these things. He's running it. So he's running playbook. And then they had Elon who helped them, who believed in the white race first. Let me populate the planet with my 14, 15, 17, 25 kids. Nobody does that unless they're degenerate and they want to fill the world with their seed. So this is where we're at. Now, fast forward to the election. He got elected. We got that. Left side underestimated the Democratic. Left side underestimated the power of the internet. It just was what it was, and they don't have a populist message, despite the fact that any lame idiot can go to the Democratic website and see exactly what they did for black people. Can you tell these people anything? But here we are in Los Angeles. Everything that Trump has done, everything the Trump administration has done, has been to test the boundaries of the Constitution, test the boundaries of the American people. Okay? Ignoring court orders, ignoring Supreme Court. No due process for certain people. Canceling TPS. Pissing off all the Mexicans. Wait a minute, didn't you promise all them damn people, that 500,000 people, didn't you promise 500,000 people that they had a safe space? Now you send them back to Cuba. Now you send them back to Haiti. Now you send them back to Venezuela. And then you got the nerve to import white Africans to take their spots. Those people, those brown and black people had TPS. Now you gave it to the white people. White people got TPS. You took the TPS from the black people. Temporary protection status. That's what a TPS is for. So you took that away from them and then you gave it to the white Africans. Made up a story about the white Africans so they can come so that you can give them the TPS. We all see through that. We see through that. But the whole thing is, I truly believe that Trump is not in charge of doing these things. He's the head and he's aware of these things. But the diabolicalness is all tailored towards the 2025. People losing their job in the government, cutting middle end of the government out so that you can help fund the tax cuts for the rich. Because that's the only way you could afford it, is if you taxed the rich. No, the only way you could afford it is if you, tax the poor. Sorry. So you whipped up this waste and fraud, because every person I talk to, waste and fraud. When you only found $6 billion, or you only found $60 million worth of fraud. $60 million. It wasn't even worth the cuts, because now we have cuts in food stamps, veterans benefits, older people's Medicaid. I didn't even know Medicaid. I didn't even know that had different parts, A, B, C, and D, and blah, blah, blah. And what they did was they cut out A and B, which means senior citizens have to pay for their medicine now, since they cut out the benefits just so they could give the rich people tax breaks. No, give them money, tax breaks, whatever they're giving. And then raise the deficit $3.8 trillion. For all you people who say, I'm conservative. No, you're not. Because if you went along with this bill, you're not conservative. It just means you're a sap and a sucker and you believe everything the other side says. Because you have no consideration for the other people on this side who said to you, they're just getting enough money so they can pay the rich people. And we as the Americans, we as the consumer, we as the poor people, we're going to pay for them. We're going to pay for them. And if any of you guys know, you ever heard of CBO, Congressional Budget Office scored this bill at $3.8 trillion. rise in taxes for the poor, for us goofies who voted for it. CBO, Congressional Budget Office. Please look it up. Please don't tell me I'm lying. Please look it up. I can back up everything I'm saying. Okay. But here we are. And I think they're testing, I think the people behind Trump are testing all of these things, testing how far we can go to throw people out of the country, testing how far we can go before we start throwing black people out of the country, testing how far we can go before we can violate the Constitution and still won't go to jail, testing how far we can go with this immigration. Half of y'all ain't never met no illegal immigrant in your life, and you worried about 2 or 3 cases that have been nationally published in the news media, and that's way less than what we normally do as regular human beings. Oh no, but they got to get out. They got to get out. Why? Why do they need to get out? They're not bothering you. You don't know one or the other, and they ain't taking no black jobs. Because what they really want is the black folks on the farm back there picking cotton, back there picking beans, berries, strawberries. They want you back there. How many of y'all going back there? Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all have to think about it logically, because y'all can't think about it logically. Y'all don't want to go over there and pick no strawberries, no beans, no cotton. You don't want to pick none of that. So why would you take away the people who was doing that? Oh, they spend too much money. They take away our money. No, they don't. They spend money in taxes and everything else just like we do. Okay, they put more into the system than they take out. Oh no, they put them in hotels and they got housing and they got voucher and food stamps and all that. They taking our money. Every state has a fund for refugees, and that is the fund that they are drawing from. If they come to our borders and we let them in and they have a plausible reason to be here and we let them in, we give them food stamps or we give them shelter until they are given the work visa or whatever have you to be able to stay here. So those people are legally here, legitimately here, who get the food stamps and who may get put up in a hotel or whatever have you. They have funds set aside for people who make it into the country legally. Y'all goofy. That's why we have a problem with you. They take a food stamp. They putting them up in hotels. They giving them Section 8 and all that. See, that's why I always say I can't have a conversation with you if you're not going to read about why and how these things are happening. And don't be worried. I can always back up all of these things that I say. I'm not talking out my ass. I done listened to plenty of congressional meetings. I done listened to plenty of people who debate this. I have listened to plenty of people to know the facts on the ground. I can back them up. I can pull them up. That's all you got to do is pull them up yourself. Find out how much they're spending on the bill. Find out how much the CBO scored the bill at. Find out what's in the bill. So you see is money going to the rich people and the poor people got to pay piper. Just like the tariffs. You still got poor people paying for them or finna pay for them. However they need to be paid for. Yet, no, he's doing a good job. It's a long-term thing. No, it ain't no long-term thing. He don't know what he's doing. And he really, literally doesn't know what he's doing because he's not really running the country. Somebody else is the head. People always say they don't really run the country. It's their figurehead. You're right. Because they take all the ideas from the people that work for them, and then they execute those things. People kept saying, "Well, Trump doesn't know anything about 2025." I don't know who do it. I don't know who does know about the Project 2025 because the beginning of his term is all the same. That's into Project 2025. It just maybe off here or there, but it's definitely that 2025 playbook. Firing all the government workers is in the playbook. Deportation, Mass deportation in the playbook. Get rid of DEI in the playbook. Attack on the Constitution on the playbook. All of these things are tests. And here's the thing. There's a runaway train and nobody's there to stop this man. I keep saying the man, but I know he's not the person. That I know there's people around him who are doing this. It's a runaway train and nobody's there to stop it. Because the Republicans aren't going to stop it. Because they're going to allow him to do whatever he wants to do. The Democrats have no power, so they can't do anything either. And the only thing you can think is that we're going to have to stop him ourselves in 2025. We're going to have to stop him. Okay? All of the people that are up for election, we got to get rid of them, specifically Republicans. Because I blame Mitch McConnell, the leader of the Senate, ex-leader of the Senate, or current leader of the Senate. I blame him. Or was he the leader of the Senate? I blame him. Because if he would have allowed them to impeach Trump when he was supposed to be impeached 2 times, we would not be here. We would not be here. And people going to say, Kamala wouldn't been no better. You a jackass. Because if you think Kamala would have did this, you're a jackass. Okay. And that tells me you don't read. So if you don't read and you don't know the policies, you shouldn't have an opinion about this. Okay. But Kamala would have been way better than what's going on here, simply because people are being separated from families and friends and jobs and everything. I just found out a girl that I knew has been, she had to quit. She had to quit her job because she has to go down to Mexico, Venezuela, wherever else she's from, because they got her husband in a raid. So she had to quit. So she has to go down there where he is, wherever he's at. And this is something that's destroying lives, changing lives. Okay. And with a joyful heart, you're a despicable human being if you think this is a good thing. No, you're a despicable human being if you think it's a good thing to separate families like this, to hurt families like this. They actually went in LA, they actually went to a kid's birthday party or a graduation party and held on to the children until the parents came to claim their kids, knowing the parents had to come and claim their kids, and then arrested the family or the husband or the child or whatever, or whoever was coming to pick the child up. Despicable human being if you think that's okay. They got to get out of my country. They got to get out. Why? Why? You probably ain't never even met one, and you worried about what they doing in the country. No, they don't lower our standard of living. They don't degrade the country. They don't invade the country. We've been having immigrants come across our borders for as long as we've been available, and they haven't degraded it. You think this is the best that we can be? And any more immigrants is going to degrade it? That don't even make sense. We've been having immigrants come to our shores for so long. That's the beauty of this whole country. That's the beauty of this century. That's the beauty of being alive, where you meet diverse, interesting human beings. On top of the fact that they're trying to assault private education. Okay. I don't have a soft spot for Harvard, because Harvard let those Asian people take away affirmative action, because they got jealous because black people were getting spots in the college, and oh no, we got to sue them. Them black people can't take our spots. They ain't as smart as us. We got to sue to get rid of affirmative action, and that's what happened. Asian people sued to get rid of affirmative action, and Harvard allowed. I think it was Harvard who allowed them to do that. That was the school. So I don't have no soft spot for Harvard, and I don't have a soft spot for Asian people either. I don't have a soft spot for anybody but black people, because that's what I am. But I do care and concern myself about you separating families: Asian, black, Venezuelan, Haitian, Cuban, whatever. Okay. And now they're targeting the Asian people. They don't want Donald Trump's America. They don't have Asian, brown people, black people. They don't have those people. Elon Musk used his power of the internet to fuel white fear of, oh, those brown people gonna take over. Oh, those brown people gonna take, the trans people gonna take over. Gay people gonna take over. Black people gonna take over. These Chinese people gonna take over. And we had all kinds of people fall into that trap. White people, white men, some white women, black men. Some black women fell right into the trap. Yeah, Donald Trump say it's scary. Donald Trump say the gay people gonna take over. Donald Trump said the trans people gonna take over. Yeah, we got to. And this is where we at. Fighting people to keep black museums open. Trying to close down black museums. Living through the DEI, even though black people didn't benefit like white women. And then gay people. It was white women, then gay people. Then it was white people, then veterans, then gay people. Those are the 2-3 top groups. Well, I know it's the 2 top, the veterans and the women, that benefit from DEI. Yet you let them take it away. Black male veterans, which was black male veterans and black female veterans, and y'all just let them take it away. Because I'm talking about the people who voted for Donald Trump. You voted for him. Oh no, we can't let no black woman become we can't let no black woman become no president. And she is black. She calls herself black. She is black. Just like I accept you when you say you're black. You say you're black. That's where you came from. That's what you are. Okay. So I think this is a test. California is a test, and I hope that we pass it. But I don't have the hope that we will be able to stop this president, except in the midterms. In the midterms of 2026. And I hope Democrats get into power, because they probably will get into power in the House. I'm hoping that we get into power in the Senate too, as well. Because you can guarantee that he will be impeached if we get into power as Democrats. Okay. As Democrats. Because this is not a presidency that helps poor people. This is a presidency that is helping and benefiting only the rich. No president in history has accepted gifts. Everything this president has been done, and everything in this administration has been done, has been a test to try the Constitution, to try the boundaries of our acceptance, to try the patience and the understanding of our way of life here in the United States. That is all it has been, is a test. And I think California is the first state that's really going to feel the brunt. Gavin Newsom, we need you to fucking hold the line. We need you to fucking hold the line. Elon Musk, ex-Democrat. I still think you're a piece of shit. You looked, because, and you know this to be true, you looked over the edge into the abyss of the MAGA and Republican madness, and you figured out what the fuck you were. A Democrat. A fucking Democrat. And you figured that out too fucking late. So that still makes you a piece of shit. Now, my least hope, my least hope is that freaking Elon has a rabbit in his fucking back pocket that will get us to this impeachment that we need to have for this president. I don't hold too much hope out on that. But if he had a copy of those Epstein files without being redacted, and he put those all over the internet, that would go a long freaking way of making up for the tragic thing that you did. So we need Gavin Newsom to hold the line, because you're the first one, sir. You're the first state that is getting tried with the National Guard. I think the National Guard is not supposed to be called out on the regular U.S. citizens. I'm not sure. I think it's against the law. I think it's being tested as we speak. Okay. Against regular American citizens. That's what I think. It's illegal. And I think all of these things are illegal things are being tried to see whether we can stomach it. Because once you cross the line and accept that this person broke the Constitution, or they accept that this person is going against the Constitution, next time they do it, it's going to be okay. Hey. Accept that $400 gift. Break that emoluments clause that's in the Constitution. Because that's what that is. The president accepted a gift. And he's not supposed to do that because it's a conflict of interest. Yet, ain't nobody blinking an eye. Oh, yeah, he just got it. Oh, what is Trump doing? So I don't put any hope in the Republicans saving the Republic. I don't put any hope in the Republicans at all. Democrats can't do anything until we, the people, stand up. And I'm hoping we have enough people standing up 2026 to say, oh, hell no, we can't go along with this no more. We got to get you up out of here. We got to get you up out of here, because the people that's working for you, they clowning. This is what I hope. This is my hope. So I'm going to do everything I can to get you up out of here. Do everything I can to get all you Republicans, any Republican that's up for election. I think I'm finna research and find out who's up for re-election come 2025, 26. And blast off a whole bunch of emails and blast off a whole bunch of TikToks and whatever the fuck. This is your state. This is your state governor or state senator. This is your state senator, and he's a Republican, and he voted for that big, beautiful bill that took away the food stamps and raised the taxes $3.8 trillion, and who gave all the tax breaks to the rich. What happened to that $5,000 he said he was going to give us? That ain't in no bill. What about the tax on tips? You know, fucking tax on tips, you dumb jackasses. And that is minute. See, when you give me taxes on tip, when you give that to me, you get that little win to me, and you turn around and then tax me up the wazoo where it don't mean nothing. I'm getting no taxes on tips. So that's $20 worth. Oh, I'm saving money. But then turn around and then I got to pay $55 because you gave tax cuts to the rich. You ain't. What the fuck difference does it make then? See, some of y'all don't think. You just vote. You just go along with the crowd. See, I ain't never went along with the crowd. Ain't never going to go along with the crowd. I'm going to read and research and figure some stuff out. Because I hate sheep. I hate blind sheep. Come with the facts. If you have something different, if you know something different, I don't want to hear the bullshit about Democrats the same. I don't want to hear the bullshit. Give me the facts. Is the CB score correct? Is it going to go up 3.8 trillion? Is that correct? When it goes up, are we going to be paying more taxes because of this tax bill? Show me something that says something different. Show me. And not none of this conspiracy bullshit. Legitimate news sources that say blase woo woo. Every chance this president gets, he tries or rages against the Constitution. He rages against law and order. What the fuck? Who said he's law and order when he's breaking the Constitution? He's going against the Constitution. He ain't no law and order president. But as I stated, I don't think he's really, I think he's a senile old man who can talk, be coherent for a little while, just like Biden. Incoherent every once in a while, coherent sometime, and there's people behind him who are running the show. That's what I think. And I think they took the 2025 playbook and they ran with it. And I think they're doing all of this stuff within this 100 days and all the way up to 2025 because they know that he's going to be thrown out of office. So let's get everything that we want on the road to the 2025 so that when he gets kicked out of office in 2026, we'll have all this stuff in place. That's what I think. And the first trial is here in California with Gavin Newsom. So, anybody have any thoughts? Any thoughts? Any discussions? Anything else? Next time you see me, let's talk. But you need to come with facts, not feelings. Facts, not feelings. And all of the feelings that I expressed in here, I can back up with facts. So the feelings that you have need to be backed up with facts. But it's difficult to find. It's difficult to do that if you're a degenerate and what you see on TV in LA, the LA riots is what you wanted. Because if that's what you wanted, me and you ain't even on the same human level. But we will see. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Because we still got 2026. We got to get to 2026 November. And hopefully, I'm hoping that Elon got a rabbit in his basket. He got a rabbit in his back pocket. Because you don't get to be that rich without knowing where all the bodies are buried. Because Trump had to tell you where they were. So let's hope you're the last minute villain, Elon Musk, and you come up with something. Because we see two people fighting on the world stage, and they're just as strong as each other. They're just as strong in one way or the other. Then all I'm hoping is, I hope you got a rabbit in his pocket. I don't know. Because if I was Elon Musk, I would have got me a rabbit up out that White House before I left up out of there. I would have got me a rabbit so I could pull it out of the back pocket and say, here you go. Just in case. Just in case. I'm hoping that Elon is petty like that. I would have been petty like that. But I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. And hopefully we can see all of this in November 2026. So leave comments and everything in the section, please and thank you. Anybody got any smoke for HQ? Please let me know in the comment section, or next time you see me, give me that smoke. Give me that smoke. Give me that smoke. Because I'm here for it. We ain't got nothing to lose. Not nothing. So let's see.